Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Tina! Bring me the axe!
You're listening to Bring Me the Axe. I'm Brian White. I'm one half of this morbid equation, and I'm joined by my co-host and brother Dave White. Hey Dave, how you doing over there?
Bad, powerful bad.
Oh shit!
I broke a tooth.
No!
On Friday night, yeah. just crumbled right in my mouth as I was eating granola.
Oh no!
Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever broken a tooth?
No.
It is. I was talking to Michael about it. It is a. You know, there are like unique experiences that are indescribable.
Yeah.
This is one of them. It's kind of like being in a car accident. It's like that's a feeling you can't really describe to anyone who's never been in a car accident, like a bad one.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. It's like you're eating normally, using your teeth like you have a million times your whole fucking life, and then all of a sudden it's like crunch.
Fuck.
It was, and man, it sucked. So, but I managed to find the next day. I found a dentist nearby, lovely dentist. They put a temporary filling in it, I guess, just so I don't have like a jagged tooth in my mouth. And gotta have a root canal and a crown.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so freaked out right now.
So that was how I started off my weekend. So the dentist was like, "Oh, so how's your weekend going?" And I was like, "Well, not great, all things considered." I broke a tooth and now I have a stranger's hand in my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had that. I know mom's had that kind of problem like through the years with like just like teeth breaking and shit like that. I've never really had that problem, thankfully.
I have bad teeth, I'm sorry to say.
I count my fucking blessings, but yeah.
Listeners,
fuck.
if you are of the younger persuasion, keep up with your teeth.
90% of our listeners just like tuned the fuck out, or they're skipping ahead, being like, "Oh shit, they're still talking about teeth." Okay, keep going.
Look, it happened to me, so I got to tell you about it.
Oh,
it was
no. Well, I'm sorry. That sucks.
It's the second time it's happened in like I don't know the last 6 or 7 years.
Don't like it. Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yep. This shit's expensive too. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but you
I don't have dental insurance.
But they don't cover that shit up there in Canada.
No.
Canada.
Fun fact, everybody: the free healthcare you've heard so much about, it is technically free healthcare. Certain things are not considered healthcare.
Oh, okay.
Teeth are one of them.
No. All right. Well, hey, Secrets of Canada demystified.
That's right. So when you hear about that Patreon, please, for the love of God, please, really, right now. Now more than ever.
To change things up a little bit, a little less gross. Fuck, man. I saw the Paranormal Activity show today.
What'd you think of that?
I was impressed.
It was fun, right?
I was impressed. I thought there were parts of it that were scary as hell.
Yeah, it was pretty spooky.
You know, they had some fucking amazing stage effects, like the stage.
See, that's what it was for me. It was the special effects that they pulled off like in real time. It was like watching someone do magic.
Yeah. Like when intermission came, like literally the fucking row of dudes in front of me like turned around and was like, "That shit was crazy, right?" And we all fucking talked about how they probably pulled that one off. And the thing was just because like you and Michael,
I know which one you're talking about, and I think it's in front of her.
Oh no, I think I have it. I think I have that one figured out, but it's the you and Michael had talked about it. Eileen had talked about it, and so like I knew that effect was coming, And my skin still fucking crawled when she opens up the door on the second floor.
Yeah,
the stage design is fucking incredible. It's like it basically, we did if you're not a Patreon subscriber, you missed it. We did that one a while ago, and we were pretty unkind to that movie. This fucking makes up for all of it. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, the story is a little lackluster. It's pretty derivative of, I don't know, fucking everything. But just to see it done this way is cool.
My only complaints were that it leans a little too heavily on loud noises.
Yep.
And
a lot of jump scares.
And the final moment was a little silly.
I thought the ending, to me, it felt like they got to the end and they were like, we got to wrap this shit up, guys. They're not going to want to sit for much longer. And they were like, and then this happens at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking A. If you're in New England, it's in Boston for I think for the rest of the week. I think this is the final days. And then it opens on Broadway.
Oh, it's on Broadway.
On Broadway. For I think something like 4 or 5 months, and then it'll inevitably tour.
Yeah, it's fun. It was worth seeing. I'm not a big theater person. I have a really hard time sitting for long periods.
Okay,
and so that's why I don't really go to things where I'm like locked in.
Oh yeah,
but it was worth it. It was fun to see horror on the stage. It was, I welcome more of that.
I would, yeah. This is a test case that like it can be done like in the way that they do it in the movies. Like, I'm not talking about like gothic horror, no Phantom of the Opera, no fucking Dracula or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Like this is a haunted house movie presented to you before your very eyes, live and on stage, with some really fucking scary special effects that just blew our minds. The fucking audience was into it. It was so good. It was just
the acting is pretty good. I don't know. I think you saw the same cast.
I believe so. Yeah. Because they're the same cast that's going to Broadway. Because they always do
the same one.
Because they do previews at the Emerson in Boston for a lot of Broadway shows, and we've seen a bunch of them there like before they go to Broadway. So yeah, this was one of them, and I'm pretty sure that's the Broadway cast. Solid as hell, man. Fucking
the acting was really good. The one thing I didn't like, I thought it was creepy, but it was fat phobic, and I didn't like it. I don't want to ruin it, but like there's a
here, say it and I'll cut it. Hey, it's Editing Brian. No spoilers for you, but seriously, go see that play. It's awesome. Yeah, highly recommended. Yeah, I was really, really impressed. We go to the theater a lot, and so I've seen like a bunch of shows there, and that was probably one of the best I've seen in the last, I don't know, fucking 10 years, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah, so get out there if it's near you. If they're fuck it, travel for it. Go to New York and see them.
Go do some stuff. I've been trying. I, of all people, have been trying to get out and do more stuff. Hasn't really been a little failure to launch lately. We were supposed to go to the movies on Saturday, but after all the teeth crumbling, well, I really wasn't in the mood.
Oh fuck. Well, anyway, we practically grew up in neighborhood video stores, and the steady diet of utter garbage that those shops provided us with continues unabated to this day. And there's no one else I enjoy chopping it up with more about trashy movies than Dave, guys. When I say tonight's movie's trashy.
Yeah. Yeah. Real gross.
Oh shit. This is fucking this is a bullseye. Just before we get into it, here's a little housekeeping. If you want to keep up with us between episodes, you can also find us on Instagram at Bring Me the Axe Pod. Dave's over there at That Queer Wolf. Give us a follow. Yeah, that's how you keep up with all the goings on and the doings. Yeah, we'll entertain you in the meantime. And if you don't know, we got another show called 99 Cent Rental, where we cover all manner of video store madness on the weeks that Bring Me the Axe is off. Our latest episode covering The Shark Hunter is out now.
Do you ever want to see Franco Nero punch a shark?
Like
He's so mad. He's so mad. He hates them so much.
God, he hates sharks. Oh my God.
Grabs him in a bear hug.
Got to get that money too. Yep. That one's out now, and we'll be back next week with a look at the post-apocalypse freak-out New Barbarians.
Yeah, we're on a run. We're on a weird run.
It is a weird run. Yeah. You can also contact us directly at bringmetheaxepod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or suggestions. Do let us know if there's a movie that you love, would like to hear us give it the business. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can look us up.
Please do.
Hey, listen, if we didn't make a case for Patreon up top, here's your second chance.
They're falling out of my head. My teeth are literally crumbling out of my head.
Look us up over there, patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. There's a couple of tiers you can join there. All paying members get ad-free episodes. Subscribers at the $5 a month tier can look forward to our bi-weekly X-Files rewatch pod. Do you think I'm spooky? The latest episode is a look at the season 2 episode F Emasculata. A lot of pustules exploding in people's mouths and stuff.
I hated it. I really hated it. It was super disgusting.
It's so gross. There's also our monthly Bring Me the Axe Millennium Edition, which is a bonus episode in which we explore a modern horror movie. Current episode is Look at Shaun of the Dead. We are right on top of next month's movie. It's Mandy.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. We had a good time talking about it. All Patreon subscribers, even the free tier, get access to our Discord server. Paying members get access to additional channels like voice and video chat and the watch parties option. Pop in on a Friday night, watch Monday's movie with me and other listeners.
This was a sexy film you guys watched.
I don't know if I'd call it sexy. I don't know if I'd.
It's disgusting.
But yes, we did watch this, and it was received, I believe, in the spirit intended.
For a movie that is light on gore and violence, yuck.
After a certain time, like people in the chat were like, "Are they going to keep saying that?" And I had to say, "Yes, they're going to keep saying that." I'm sorry. Once again, that's patreon.com/bringmetheaxepod. And hey, don't sleep on Laughing in the Dark. Are You Afraid of the Dark rewatch podcast with our friend Eileen from OK Horror. We had a comment over there on the Laughing in the Dark Apple one where they were like mad that we say the name of her podcast too fast.
Well, look, I didn't invent Spanish. Don't yell at me.
I'm bad at speaking Spanish. I'm sorry.
I'm also extremely bad at it. I used to say OK Horror.
Yeah, UYQUE horror.
It's a wonderful show. She and Jonathan Atkinson, lovely pair that they are.
Good friends of ours. We love them, and she's funny as hell on Laughing in the Dark. The podcast is hilarious. Mikey is also there. You love him from the Rewatcher and like all that. All things morbid. Out now wherever you get your podcasts. I recommend it. I know it's my podcast. Listen to it. It's fucking funny. What do you got to lose?
I love him from going down and yelling at the people with their pop-up dance club right now.
And lastly, if you like what you hear, you can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We're also on YouTube. Search us by name and subscribe if you prefer to consume your podcast that way. And you'll be doing us a favor by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So listen, what's taking you so long? Why haven't you done that? Why haven't you done it? Do it right now.
You got to help us combat the people who are like, these two are so woke. Why is everything got to be about politics? Why can't it just be about horror? Eat a bag of dicks.
That's right. Also, it draws more people to the Patreon, fixes Dave's teeth.
That's true. That is true. I will need teeth. Teeth for the talking.
You should get like metal teeth.
Well, I used to have gold teeth.
Yeah. You got rid of them?
Did
you sell them?
I had one. It fell out.
Oh.
And they were like, well, we don't really use gold anymore. And I was like, okay, but can you? And she was like, well, yeah, but we don't really do it anymore. And I was like, fine. I used to have it. I don't know if I still have it, but I used to have it. It's kind of gross.
If you listen on YouTube, do us a favor, give the episode a like and leave a comment. We love hearing from you guys. Just want to get that all out of the way right at the top of the show because I'm going to give you a trailer. And I don't think it really does the movie justice, but here we go.
Galen Village. Tranquil. Quiet. A nice place to live. But something has gone wrong.
Look at the bruises on the kid's neck. One hell of a large hand. His spine was crushed like a piece of balsa wood.
When the sun goes down, something stalks the streets of Galen Village.
Joe wants to call the Attorney General. Have him send in some help. What do you think I should do?
Take whatever help you can get.
30 years ago in Galen, these same types of murders occurred.
I think my past has something to do with these murders.
No, Tim, listen.
Something silent. Something lethal. Something or someone is killing the people of Galen.
I'm going crazy.
Every time he has this dream, somebody dies.
You're talking about actual materialization.
What kind of a quack are you? The boy's in the clear.
He's not in the clear. Every time this kid has a dream, somebody in this town dies.
It is real. It is alive. It is among us. The Incubus.
I'm a sucker for a creature feature. If I saw that trailer, I'd be like, that movie looks like it sucks.
I don't know. I think that's a really good trailer. I would 100% go and see it. And then I would be surprised that they left out some really important information.
Do you mean the copious amounts of semen?
There's, I was hoping to save it. Until we got into the movie, but there's just no fucking way around it.
No, that's the defining feature.
That is I believe it's really the reason that we watched this. Like, you were watching this and you were like, they keep saying it. They keep talking about it.
Stop.
And they won't stop. And then eventually I watched it, and then it just made its way onto the schedule, and I understood completely, because this movie is, first of all, not very good, but memorable entirely for the reason that they say the word sperm like 500 times.
It's technically only 17, but
that cannot be true.
Like a lot more.
That cannot possibly be true. 17? There's one exchange in the middle of the movie where I feel like they say it like 25 times.
Yeah, because it's jarring when you hear
it. It's so fucked up. Yeah. Also, is it Incubus or is it the Incubus? Because I've seen it both ways.
I think one's just as good as the other. It seems like, depending on where it was released and when, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And the fact that it was released at all is kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's a real low point for the tax shelter era.
It's actually one of the movies that contributed to the formal end of the tax shelter era. And we'll get there. But first, let's talk about the year in which this movie was released. The year was 1982, year of our Lord. We are right back in our sweet spot. Been a little while. We've been away from 82 for some time.
And I'll tell you what, I didn't like it. I don't like being away too long.
We're back at home, but god damn it, did it have to be Incubus. So here were some other movies that were released in 1982. I'm not going to do the usual thing, because we've got like 500 fucking movies in our catalog. It's all 82. So here's some new ones that I've mentioned before, maybe some that I've never mentioned ever. The Sender came out in 1982. The Sender.
What is that? That can't be a movie. That's a terrible title for a movie.
It's a bad movie, but it has a really fucking awesome poster that I even remember from like when I was a little kid and we go to the video store. I remember seeing it on the horror shelves at Video Paradise.
Okay.
And it was it's like a sort of a dimly lit photo of a guy with his eyes closed, and then there's this weird sort of blurry effect, and right up above are like it looks like his like spectral eyes are open.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about like a guy who can like give people visions and show them,
send them visions.
Yes. Yeah. I tried to watch it a little while ago, and I think I fell asleep. But also in 82, Extro came out that year.
Ooh.
Incredibly weird alien movie. The sequels, completely unrelated. They fucking suck. Extro, I don't know if I would call it a good movie.
It's an entertaining movie.
It's an entertaining movie for sure. We should probably do that one. Very, very weird movie. Mm-hmm. Also in 82, The Dorm That Dripped Blood.
That movie sucks.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I think I watched it. It's one of those ones that's like free on Amazon. Like, you know, when you're scrolling into the depths of Amazon's
sure. Yeah. Or you get in that fucking weird, like, you get in scroll fever and you just kind of like get in an infinite loop on Tubi. And eventually you just like click on whatever. It's probably The Dorm That Dripped Blood. Yeah. Also, Death Screams came out that year.
Not a good movie.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
I have it somewhere. Arrow put it out 4K not too long ago. It's real generic slasher.
Yeah. And then rounding it out, Forbidden World, one of just many crappy alien ripoffs by New World Pictures.
I watched that a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. What's that? There's another one that I'm always trying to think of that they did right around the same time. Mutant. Mutant is the other alien ripoff.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad.
I watched that one a couple months ago as well.
Oh, not the Wings Hauser one.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Because also, I do like that one. I got that one when Vinegar Syndrome put it out. So our director, welcome back to the main stage, John Hoff.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus Christ. How this guy fucking maintained a career is anybody's guess.
Weird filmography. He's all over the place.
Making his second appearance on the podcast since The Watcher in the Woods. He began
another one that people like, as I was reading stuff for this, it was like the criminally underseen, underappreciated. That movie sucks.
Yeah, man, we did that one. And I'm here to tell you folks, that movie's not good. I'm sorry
to train wreck.
With all apologies to Terry Gamble.
Mm-hmm.
That movie's not good. I'm sorry. It was fucking, what a disaster. He began working on British TV on shows like The Avengers for ITC before moving over to features with an early picture for Hammer in the form of Twins of Evil.
Not a good one.
I like that one. That one. Yeah. Yeah. Before moving over to Hollywood and directing for Disney with the 2 Witch Mountain movies and the aforementioned shit show Watcher in the Woods. He followed up that fiasco with this fiasco, and man, this dude couldn't catch a break. It's unclear based on the development history of this movie if this was going to be good even before Cassavetes got his hand on the script, but I'm willing to bet that one way or the other this was going to be bad from the jump, since Hoff later on also made The Howling 4, which doesn't have the luxury of having kangaroos in it, and also American Gothic, which is a bad movie, but a good bad movie.
Kind of. The only thing that ever comes to mind is the Clean Plate Club. Who's that? Is it Angus Scrimm?
No, it's definitely
Yvonne
not.
DiCarlo and who else?
Let's see. I know Rod Steiger. Rod Steiger is Pa. Yeah.
Yvonne DiCarlo and a big old Christmas ham.
Yep. Michael J. Pollard's in it.
Oh, that's a real who's who.
Yep, and William Hootkins.
Who's who? Who's that?
Yep. So our cast includes John Cassavetes, one of the most important names in American independent movies. He directed his own often self-financed and self-distributed movies while also acting at the same time, appearing in movies like The Dirty Dozen, Rosemary's Baby, and Brian De Palma's The Fury. As a director, he was a true iconoclast during an era of Hollywood where directors and actors were cranking the dial on being obnoxious through outrageous on-set behavior and runaway method acting.
Guess what? He was both.
No, he wasn't.
He was apparently a pain in the ass if he thought the movie was beneath him. If he thought the movie or the people making the movie were beneath him, he would do it, but he was like a snarky shit the whole time.
Kinda, I like this one.
Yeah.
In many ways, John Cassavetes was the temple for directors that we regularly celebrate on this show, like John Carpenter, who the larger industry struggled to understand while working with a small but dedicated crew who were collaborators more than they were employees. He's a good actor and a director whose films I respect the shit out of. How John ended up in this movie, though, more on that in a minute. There's also John Ireland, who's another actor who constantly looks like he doesn't understand what's going on or how he ended up in this movie.
Money is how he ended up in this movie.
Yeah, likely cast to fulfill the tax shelter requirement of a majority Canadian cast and crew. John Ireland was a regular supporting actor in the 50s and 60s, appearing in some of the era's biggest westerns like Gunfight at the OK Corral and My Darling Clementine, and numerous epics like Spartacus and Joan of Arc. Like a lot of American and Canadian actors on the back nine of their careers, Ireland found work in Europe and appeared in some spaghetti westerns and Jelly, and the extremely sexy Tinto Brass World War II movie Salon Kitty.
He's also in The House of Seven Corpses.
Yep.
Really crappy horror movie. And he's in Guyana, Cult of the Damned.
Oh, shit. Is that the Renee Cardona one?
Yes, the one that Toby Hooper was supposed to do. The one that they were all like, this is too soon, everybody. It was like the next fucking year.
We're making a Jim Jones movie like 6 months after everybody was dead. Shit, yeah. And then rounding it out as a woman named Carrie Keane, who is doing her best, God damn it. She's a Canadian actor who found tremendous amount of work on TV between Canada and the United States, and very little in terms of features. She follows this one up in 1983 with the Canadian horror movie Spasms with
I've never seen it. Now I want to.
Now I do too. I watched the trailer. Oliver the Eagle Reed is in it in a movie about a man who gains a psychic link to a giant snake after being bitten by the snake.
I don't know about Oliver Reed in 1982.
Oh, I know. So there's a couple of taglines here. The dreams, the nightmares, the desires, the fears, the mystery, the revelation, the warning, the incubus.
Okay.
It's a lot to say.
Yeah.
It's a lot to say. And then lastly, here's one.
To process.
Short and smooth, short and sweet. He is the destroyer.
Mm-hmm. There's also the ultimate power of evil. None of these accurately describe this film.
No. This here is yet another Film Ventures International joint. I feel like we've been doing a lot of FBI movies lately.
And the funny thing is, there aren't that many of them.
No, it's just purely by accident. We're just in a groove right now. So we've talked about the Canadian tax shelter situation in movies before. You can go back to our episode about My Bloody Valentine for the details on that. But the short of it all is that between 1975 and 1982, the Canadian government offered a ridiculous tax rebate of 100% on films made in Canada. And there's way more to it than that, but a rate of 100% was opening a door for tax fraud. And for all the solid gold that the Canucksploitation movies produced, there were far more movies that were produced but never intended for release, and more movies were permanently shelved than were released, which led to the tax credit being revised in 1982. I have no way of really knowing this for sure, but this movie is so strange and slapdash that I suspect that it was never intended to see the light of a projector, and I think that there's evidence to support this too.
Oh, no, it was. It
really?
Absolutely was, yes. Only because they ended up not being able to find a distributor for it. And so because of that, they couldn't recoup their money, which means they couldn't pay their bills, which is how it ends up in receivership.
Okay. Because, upon completion, the negative and all other materials were seized by the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, who held the loans, which could never be repaid, by the production company. And this wasn't the only one. Several other high-profile, multi-million-dollar movies were also placed into receivership that year. I guess this was easier to get away with when your movie's budget was measured in six figures, but Incubus was made on a budget of over $5 million somehow.
That's $5 million Canadian. Just so it's actually about.
So it's like $35 American.
It's like three. So I mean, that's 5.1 million loonies if you think about it. That's a lot of them, but it's about 3.6 million. Yes.
Okay. Still.
That's using the current.
That's not a small amount of money, you know.
And what's crazy is that this did make its money back.
That is mystifying.
It's 82 though. It's
okay. So it's the hot year for horror.
Yeah.
So this was originally written by a guy named Sandor Stern, who was coming in hot off the success of the Amityville Horror only a couple of years before. It's now 1981. Horror is a massive commodity, and what better way to promote your movie than from the writer of the Amityville Horror? Things would prove to be quite complicated on the writer's front, but first, a little context about the movie's source material. Producer Stephen Friedman comes along with the option for a novel called Incubus by Playboy's former fiction editor Ray Russell, a book with the tagline, "A novel of sexual possession."
I mean, you just can't.
No,
Come on.
Based on reviews and a Quillette article about the book and the movie, it sounds like it was meant to be a sexy riff on The Exorcist for a suddenly very horny 1970s audience.
I'm sorry, The Exorcist, which is about a child being possessed by the devil.
Sure, but hey, what if...
I say that, but there's also Sex Demon, which is a gay porn riff on The Exorcist. It's not a bad one, for that matter.
What if we just we put some sexy ladies in here, and we get and we have a horny demon?
Yeah, Belgian.
So Friedman is a producer with a fucking wild career that begins with the iconic auteur picture from Peter Bogdanovich, The Last Picture Show, and ends with Jean-Claude Van Damme's Kickboxer and 4 sequels all back to back.
I'm sorry, you can't see the direct trajectory. Oscar winning to whatever the 4th kickboxing movie is.
I know, it's like those scenes of Sybil Shepherd just like kickboxing with dudes in Texas. Yeah.
I would love it.
So Stern writes a script, and Friedman brings on John Cassavetes, who I am at a complete loss to explain in the context of this movie. A year prior, he directed his wife in Gloria, and he's only a couple of years out from the killing of a Chinese bookie and a woman under the influence, so I can only assume that he's here because he lost a bet or owes the IRS a lot of money.
Neither of those is true. He is here because apparently he did the Guillermo del Toro thing. He would do crappy, easy movies, take that money, use the money to finance the shit he wanted to make.
That's fucking awesome. Okay.
So that's why he would do it. That's why he did these movies. And he also was sort of the mind, like, you can always bring something to the table. You can always make a character better. You can always do your best.
And in this case, I'm going to get it all up in people's faces and violently massage their faces as I talk to them.
Here's the thing about John Cassavetes. I don't know too much about him. I'm not a huge fan of his. I've seen a bunch of his movies. I think he's a good actor. I think he's a good director. It's just his stuff is it's not melodramatic. It's a lot of like tragedy and sort of sadness. That is sort of his vibe, is he's super into emotional film. And he hated, I guess he's dead, hated violence in movies, like gratuitous violence and gore and all that stuff.
Which is funny because he gets literally blown to pieces in The Fury.
Yeah. And he didn't like to do that because he did not think that movies should be escapist. He thought that people should be constantly engaged and like really emotionally invested. And so he would always find ways to like make it about the emotions. And I mean, I guess to a certain extent, he kind of does in this. There is an intensity to him, but the intensity is not matched by anybody else in the movie.
No.
And so he just comes across as like an angry weirdo.
He is so fucking aggressive.
Who maybe killed his ex-wife?
He's so misanthropic in this movie. It is really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
So Cassavetes somehow convinces Friedman and Hoff to allow him to rewrite the script as it was being produced, and I struggle to understand why. According to John Hoff, he rewrote about 80% of the movie, enough so that Sandor Stern no longer qualified for a screen credit, and given how the dialogue in this movie shakes out, it has to be some kind of joke.
He said that, I think he approached them was like, I'd like to change some of my dialogue. The way that I was described in what I was reading is that everything he wanted to change was related to his character, but he's the main character.
Yeah.
So if you change him, you have to change all this other stuff too in order for it to make sense. So I think he just, by default, ends up rewriting 80% of the script. And it's weird as hell.
So this is the thing is I thought that like just the way the dialogue in this movie is deranged.
It's extremely strange and like weirdly stilted.
And I am convinced that it was him just going, how far will these guys let me push this?
I don't think he was that kind of person.
Neither do I, because
very serious.
The thing is I don't get any sort of like what I know about him is I get no malignancy off of him. I think he's a guy who probably took himself a little too seriously, but otherwise decent dude. People seem to really like working with him. But
he was married to Gina Rowlands, and she was awesome. So
he's got to be the one who's responsible for all the sperm talk.
I mean, I would like to know that. I have to know who is responsible for all of the talk of semen.
Because there's no fucking way in hell that the original Stern script included this much sperm talk.
You guys, they talk about it so much.
It's to such a point that
so much, the quantity of the quality. It's so disturbing.
Yeah. Did you find reviews?
Oh, I sure did.
Do they mention sperm?
They, you know what? Weirdly, they don't.
Because these are newspaper writers, man. They're serious people. They're not going to talk. They're going to be talking about jizz.
Oh, also, they had to sign a secrecy agreement.
This fucking movie was embargoed? That's ridiculous.
Because of all the semen, is my guess. Well, let me hit you.
Hey, don't spoil it, you guys.
Don't ruin it. This is the big reveal. It's the big twist. So, my favorite review, I'm sure everyone's favorite review of this film, comes from my boy, Vincent Canby. The old gray lady herself, Vincent Canby.
This poor Vince had to watch this movie.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I am a serious critique of the cinema. I'm a
cineast, and I am going to watch a film.
A film. And of that film, he said, movies like this aren't totally worthless. They provide employment for a number of people. That is quite literally the extent of his review. There's another paragraph that's basically just him kind of describing the plot and who's in the movie. Otherwise, that's it.
That's fantastic. Hey, on the upside, some people got to work.
But you know what? I will say, for all the crap that came out during this era because of the tax shelter stuff, he is right in that a lot of Canadian actors and filmmakers who couldn't or maybe otherwise wouldn't have left Canada or like gone to Hollywood, they got to, have a career. That's not nothing.
Yeah, sure.
It was also kind of the point of the whole scheme. So, I don't know. Yeah. How about Linda Gross, Los Angeles Times?
Let's hear it, Linda.
The Incubus is yet another disgusting movie seeking to debase human beings sexually. This time around, it's a supernatural turkey confounded with a mystery. The Incubus can't make up its mind what kind of story it's going to tell, so it ends up being Rosemary's Baby meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The best that can be said is that the rape scenes take place off camera.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, seriously. Here we go. So here's someone who's a little bit more positive. This is Terry Kelleher, Miami Herald. The old gray lady.
The old Florida lady.
Juice lady. Nothing is new. That's all. The close-up of the eyeball? Check. The eerie music that serves as an early warning system, thereby reducing rather than enhancing suspense? It's here. The cockeyed camera angles. Got 'em. Does the pretty tease in the bikini get hers when the monster comes around? Are you kidding? The end.
That's cool. That's cool.
Here's a Grand Rapids. This is Andrew Jafchek.
Okay. Grand
Rapids Press. The Incubus is less a horror film than a gruesome fantasy that thinly disguises a pathological hatred of women.
Oh, no.
The result is an offensive cinematic mess that belongs in the same category as other recent cut-and-slash adventures that the world could have done without, and the ongoing sagas of brutality about Halloween and Friday the 13th. I don't know that it's fair to lump them in.
I definitely would not put these movies together. Like, you can't. It's not a fucking monolith. There are different kinds of horror movies. This is definitely trashy and sleazy, but it's not like those.
Yeah, it's not a slasher. It has, I think, because everyone was so caught up in slasher fever.
Yeah,
it gets lumped in, but it isn't really a slasher. I would also argue that this is not a misogynistic movie exactly. It's not overly focused on women at all, despite the victims.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of gratuitous nudity in it. There's a little bit.
There's a little bit, but yeah. Sure. It's hard. Weird. This one's a little hard to nail down, for sure.
Yep. Oh, there is one. I did have one other.
Oh, good.
One other one. This is the IMDb user. I've seen plenty of movies I didn't understand because of unfamiliar cultures, styles, and/or storytelling, but it was clear that those movies had some of those properties. I'm not sure what those properties are. The Incubus has none. I actually contemplated not making a comment on this, quote, piece, unquote, for fear that someone may watch it out of curiosity. But I am compelled to warn anyone who appreciates film to skip this movie.
Oh, man. I listen. I've seen movies that I didn't understand because of their cultural differences. It's like, guys, it's Canada, man. They speak English there.
Have you heard of Truffaut? I watched one of those movies. And he's foreign. I do think it was, so this is another one of those ones that was tough to find an IMDb review because everyone who's seen it and has written a review is kind of in on it.
Yeah.
So there's very few people that were like, indignant.
Sure, yeah, and this was an early Vinegar Syndrome release too, and so I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are very snarky in that.
There is a lot of talk of that. Yeah, this movie was filmed largely in one of a town with one of my favorite town names, Guelph.
Put that one down. Put that one down for our next Laughing in the Dark.
It's not that far from here. I'm going to go to Guelph.
Go to Guelph. See the locations.
Mm-hmm. See the stars.
All right. Well, we're going to dive into this movie right after these messages.
Monday.com AI agents took over my work, and I absolutely love it. Chasing deadlines, writing status reports, updating stakeholders. Agents handle the daily grind now. I stay in the loop only when it matters. Create your own AI agent in minutes on Monday.com.
Okay, so you ready?
Indeed.
Here we go.
Taking a sip of this beer.
Smooth.
It's very smooth as Belgian. It's from 2021.
Oh. All right, here we go. We open on a quarry, a rock quarry. A real sexy lady suns by the edge of the water, and a dude comes over and tries to kiss her. She turns her head and he calls her a bitch.
The best way to woo a lady is by calling her names.
Yeah. Now, from a distance, the sexy lady's being watched from the ruins of an old shed. She gets up to watch her idiot boyfriend take a running leap into the water, shouting, "Bitch!"
Again, it's really reeling her in.
That's how you win her over, man.
These two seem like they have both suffered a head injury.
He goes under, but when he doesn't come up, she runs over to see what's the matter. Then he swims up in stealth mode and grabs her ankle, surprising her, and they have a laugh.
Oh, bitch.
falling into the water together. Aw, bitch. Some miles away, a sweaty dude sleeps, having a nightmare of some Inquisition types torturing a woman. In a nearby room, his grandmother maybe wakes up to check on him, but finds his bed empty. Back at the quarry, night has fallen, and the girl, Mandy, wants to split because she's cold. Her idiot boyfriend, getting no play, tells her she's cold in more ways than in one. Am I right, fellas?
He says, "You're the one that's cold tonight, you frigid bitch." Yeah. I added that last part. But
you're just following the vibe.
Again, these guys, these Canadian fellas know how to talk to a lady. Really know how to win her over.
But he gets an idea. She just needs some music to get in the mood, and so he runs off to his truck to get her radio, and she takes off, hiding in the shed to get away from him. While she's snickering watching that moron search for her, an unseen force sneaks up on her and grabs her. She screams, and her dummy boyfriend, suspecting a ruse, a cunning attempt to trick him, walks over slowly and finds her all jacked up and lying in a pile on the floor. And then from out of nowhere, he's suddenly struck with a board. The nails...
That Mandy and your dumb boyfriend, that is why you don't play hide and seek in the hobo shack.
The nails on the board smack him right in the brain.
And this is where I thought to myself, gee, I hope this whole movie isn't shot in the complete darkness.
No, thankfully it's not, but yeah. Back in the old house, the nightmare guy returns after his absence. His grandmother interrogates him. He had a strange dream and went for a walk, okay? God.
But
he keeps having...
You don't even know me anymore, Grandma.
But he keeps having the same nightmare, and he explains it to her. A torture chamber. There's a hooded torturer who keeps telling a lady to confess. And Grandma's like, "Hey, Tim, shut the fuck up, child. Get some sleep. You're freaking me out."
Yeah.
At yet another home, somewhere in the town of Galen.
Guelph.
We find medical examiner Sam Cordell returning home after what I can only assume was a real expensive night at the bar, you know? Because
that's the way it looks.
Because he's drunk. Stumbles upstairs, manages to get an eyeful of a naked woman getting out of the shower, reflected in a mirror. Who is this woman? Give me a second to get there. It's just the first of many real gross moments that this movie has to offer.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Because
That's his daughter. It's his daughter, everybody. He is watching his daughter get out of the shower.
Yep. He gets a look on his face like, whoops, probably shouldn't have seen that, and continues on his way.
Now, is that Cassavetes? Is that his idea?
Did he write that? Because, listen, his interactions with his daughter, real fucking strange.
His interactions with everybody in this movie are going to be really strange, but particularly with her.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's daytime now, and a dude goes snorkeling out at the old quarry, finding idiot boyfriend's body floating there. Now, back at the house, the young woman we saw getting out of the shower in the previous scene goes out to pick up the paper and greets the drunk dude. "Good morning, Dad," she says, and he gives her a hard time for running around with her boyfriend, Tim, the guy with the torch.
He's like, "Where were you last night?" She goes, "Where were you last night?" And I wrote, "Where were any of us last night?"
Yeah.
You kind of get the feeling throughout this whole movie that he kind of hates her, too.
Yep. So, her boyfriend is Tim, the guy with the torture chamber dreams. Lily's worried that this little town talks, and if she's not careful, they'll know everything about them sooner or later. Are they on the run? Witness protection? No idea.
And this is when he tells her, "You're the queen of my morning." And I thought, that's your daughter. I don't even know what that phrase means, but I don't like it.
There's a moment coming up where he gives her a kiss in a way
I literally have a note there that says, "This is making me uncomfortable."
That made me want to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
So she reads the mundane headlines from the morning paper. Hey, there's a new Laura Kincaid byline. She's beautiful, isn't she? And he's not interested.
Moment. Because he's like, she reminds me of Julie. Beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, and violently murdered.
They fucking dance around that whole thing, don't they?
And they never really
and it's never resolved.
Any of it.
Nor does it have any bearings on anything.
No. That you can tell is, we'll talk maybe a little more when we get to more of it, but like you can tell that's some Cassavetes shit.
Yeah. Now, Sam, a real prickly shithead, is getting ready to leave for work at the bourbon factory, presumably. And he gets a phone call. Bad news, Sam. They found a body and a girl in real bad shape. And he's coming over to the hospital for a look at the situation. And then Jenny, his daughter, comes down the stairs in pants with the highest waists I've ever seen. These things are.
What if a true waist was exaggerated?
This thing was belted up to her fucking armpits.
Yeah, she looks like Fred Mertz.
It's got
the tie tucked in.
She's got funny hair.
Mm-hmm.
At the hospital, Sam arrives with the cops. Laura Kincaid is there too, looking like Timu Barbie Benson in X-Ray.
She really does.
Yeah, she's just there to pick up her X-rays.
Yeah, well, she better fucking buckle up. She's going to be there all night. And then some.
And the cops are also there. And Sam, you're not going to believe this one, buddy. It's bad. So they glove him. And they get to surgery, where Mandy suddenly wakes up screaming before they can get to fixing her busted business.
And he screams for them to knock her out, and they shove her back down onto the table and jam that mask over her face.
Punch her right in the face.
Re-traumatizing a rape victim. Sure.
The way that everybody
they are going to abuse this woman for the rest of the movie.
Gets no rest. Holy fuck.
Also, is he the medical examiner or is he a surgeon?
I think he is he's a surgeon who sort of doubles as the ME.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Ever, anywhere. Those are very different jobs, Canada.
Now over at Galen Manor, Jenny shows up to see her boyfriend, but here comes his grandmother to tell her off. Tim had a bad night, but Tim comes flying out to prove her wrong. Hey, shut it, Grandma. But
yeah, I wrote, why is everyone in this town an asshole?
They're so brutal.
Everybody is just so angry.
Yeah, but it's not. It's no good. Jenny informs him that Roy, the idiot boyfriend, is dead, and Mandy was raped, and she's in critical condition at the hospital. And Grandma, meanwhile, creeps nearby, listening in, and she looks concerned.
She does. She's standing next to. They have, where most people, like fancy people. This is you're gonna see. It's a peek behind the curtain of my life. Fancy people have stone lions outside.
Oh yeah.
I love a stone lion. Big fan.
I love a stone lion. I love it. How else are you going to scare bad spirits away?
Also, how else are people going to know that you're fancy?
It's either that or a lawn jockey.
Well, I don't recommend those. When a white supremacist family goes too far. She has, I guess, what I will describe as demon goats, where your stone lions would go.
Yeah.
Contemplative demon goat adornments.
Decorative demon goats.
All right. That's a bit of a clue into her life, what she's up to. Pinning that.
So Laura's back on the hospital unit, running right into Officer Walden, who is not having her muckraking bullshit. She wants to know the deal, but they don't think she can be discreet. Doesn't matter, though, because here comes Dr. Cordell with the bad news. Her uterus is fuck tank. We had to do a hysterectomy. Worse still, not a single sperm to be found.
No, allow me. I couldn't find a trace of sperm in there. It's almost looked like a dry intercourse. What? This movie is obsessed.
Later on, when they do find sperm, he's going to say, the intercourse was done to completion.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, hey, shake it off, because, hey, guys, listen, we're just getting started.
It's just the beginning.
No. Now, everybody, after that announcement, dry intercourse, everybody exchanges concerned looks. And then Sam heads off, has a look at Roy's body. Timu Dr. Oz informs him that whoever killed him had a huge hand. Just look at his neck, crushed like balsa wood.
Sam is operating in the morning, doing autopsies in the afternoon, probably drinking at night. What can't he do?
Be normal in the presence of other people?
Especially his daughter.
So now they do an autopsy on this kid. As Sam calls home to check on Jenny, he just called to say he loves you.
So what I love about this is they're on the phone and he says, "Oh, you're with someone?" And she nods. It's like, he can't see you, you idiot. It's like that scene in Hairspray when Penny's watching TV and she's like, "Hi, Tracy. Hi." And Devine looks at her and goes, "She can't hear you."
Yeah. So she's there chilling out with Tim, who's not doing well. He's got to get out of here. He's been having these dreams. So now out at the Historical Society, we find the curator closing up.
/ Castle Museum.
This museum fucking rules. It's like the Witch Museum in Salem. Conspicuously hanging nearby is an exhibit of a torturer with a lady on a rack. They must have done a lot of
Guelph were tough.
Must have done a lot of torturing in town back in the day. When everybody is gone, she gets to straighten the place up, but is distracted by a noise, which leads her to think that someone's still hanging out in the museum.
Yeah,
so
she's like, "You fucking kids, why don't you appreciate history?"
So she goes to check, gets tossed around by unseen hands.
So this is my first thing where I was like, does this movie have an editor? Or did they just film it sequentially and hope for the best? Because 1 minute she's like walking through the museum wearing a full business suit, her hair's done.
Oh yeah, she looks like a proper school mom.
1 second later, she is in a slip and is being thrown around the library through the bookshelves. There is no transition at all.
No, as a matter of fact, that comment about the editor, I'm with you, because writing this fucking script was a pain because there's like a cut every 5 seconds.
And some of them are so hard that you're like, did this person just fly across the room?
Yeah, because in this one, she's like, "These darn kids." And then she kind of makes her way over there. And then like Immediately, she, hair down, all of her clothes are ripped. She's like partially naked, thrust through a bookshelf.
Yeah, very strange. And it all happened so fast. I mean, as is the case. I imagine that is how it would happen.
Yeah. So yeah, she's all fucked up, being thrown through the stacks, her clothing torn and her body bruised. She tries to escape, but all the stacks are collapsing around her. She tries to run out the door, but gets smooshed against the glass for her trouble.
That's pretty hilarious.
It's kind of funny. The torture dummies watch impassively as unspeakable horrors are committed in slow motion shot of her agonized face that lasts entirely too long.
It is languid. It just goes on and on. I eventually hit like the 10-second forward button just to get past it. She's making like weird, gross noises too.
Uh-huh. So we cut to the police investigation. Officer Walden has a look around. I think he's supposed to be like the police chief or something like that, but he wears like a blue,
or like a sheriff,
like dress blues, and so I can only call him like an officer.
Well, he is a constable. He is a part of the constabulary.
That's right.
The Guelph Constabulary.
The Walden has a look around. There's a chalk outline of a body and some blood near the dummy of the tortured lady to let us know that the curator did not survive. Over at the museum.
They don't actually do that.
They don't?
No.
That fucking movie's lied to me. God damn it.
Believe it or not.
Fucking A. Over at the museum, Sam runs up in to see them bring in her body out on a stretcher. He stops them, informing them that she was his wife's cousin.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he pulls the sheet aside, revealing her eyes, still open in horror.
And I laughed.
Oh my God, I laughed so much.
Yeah.
Oh. And then he does the thing that they used to do on Lost, where he passes his hand over her eyes and they magically
Doesn't
close.
work. Does not work. That requires muscles, and you have them, but they don't work anymore.
Yeah. And then he's like, get her to the hospital for an autopsy. The curator's husband is there, and he is just beside himself with grief. And Sam shakes out some pills into an envelope and hands them off to him, telling him to take them. No idea what they are, but take them. Maybe you'll feel better.
I get it.
Here's some random pills. Just take these.
Enjoy.
Walden tells Sam he's never seen such a brutal rape. One man couldn't have done all this.
Well, what do you mean by all this?
Well, we'll find out in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So Laura shows up, starts taking pictures, gets yelled at by Walden. You're not from around here, Laura. You stick your nose in other people's business.
I love this part because he's like, hey, Sam, get her out of here. And it's like, look, he's the fucking coroner. He's the surgeon. He's the bouncer. What isn't he? He's the Marco Rubio of Guelph.
I hope he's getting paid for all these jobs.
But he's like, let's go outside. And she's like walking with him. And then she turns and goes, I don't like to be berated by Hank. And it's this unexpected outburst that is so weird.
The thing is, as they are leaving, she is cool as a cucumber. And then they get outside and he's just like, you got to go. And then she has this crazy outburst.
Yeah, in her car, she's just weeping behind this wheel.
But also he tries to like calm her down, and she shakes him off and goes, "I don't want tenderness."
Yeah, she's a tough chick, but also Cassavetes he is doing some like Shelley Winters level of touching people's faces and shit.
At the hospital, Sam calls up Jenny to check on her. He has more bad news. Another autopsy. It's a rape.
His relationship with his daughter to this point seems to consist almost entirely of a series of phone calls in which they just ask each other if the other one is all right, and then they hang up.
Yeah, but also he has to report to her and tell her it's a rape every time.
Mm-hmm.
Just, hey, listen, honey, just so you know, another girl got raped.
Yeah, guard your Christianity, if you know what I'm saying.
So Mandy is still in recovery, but she isn't talking to anybody. Sam leans over her and tells her she's beautiful.
What?
And he's pinning her to the bed by her shoulders.
Yes, and he says, you're a beautiful girl, Mandy. You'll be all right. What does her beauty have to do with anything?
You're a special one, Mandy.
Oh.
So Sam performs the autopsy, removing a huge amount of blood with a syringe. He keeps it in a jar, just for later. Mm-hmm. Then he goes out to tell Walden. Hell of a lot of blood there, Hank. crushed windpipe, and a lot of sperm. God damn it, Hank, there's so much sperm that not even her bleeding uterus could wash it all out. That's too much sperm.
There was so much sperm in her that the hemorrhaging itself couldn't get rid of it. It's just too much sperm for one person.
Couldn't be one man. It's got to be a gang.
Why is this happening?
Is that a detail that we needed to know?
Who watched this and was like, yup, great, you're good to go.
Because the implication also, it doesn't, we become a little fixated on the sperm because it's gross and they keep doing it. But there's also an implication that whoever is doing this has a penis so big that it's destroying these women.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it is.
Oh, no.
You know, it goes to show that there's so many movies that we forget how many of them were really bad. Like, there's just so many that we just haven't seen in forever or maybe never saw that are just this.
Yeah. Yeah, like this movie otherwise is completely fucking forgettable, but there are these moments of dialogue when it's just like, I can't believe what I'm watching.
And that's John Cassavetes telling you that.
Yeah. Legend of film. Independent film mastermind John Cassavetes is going to tell you that there was too much semen inside this woman for the blood to wash it out.
An unfathomable amount of cum.
Listen, Hank, you wouldn't believe how much I saw.
Quartz. It was quartz.
So Jenny then shows up just in time to hear about all the blood and sperm.
And she shows up and she's like, can't I just stay with you? It's like,
why?
No, this is a hospital.
Yeah, what are you doing? She's like, I just wanted to be with you, which is real weird, man. Also, the dude's at work and handling tremendous amounts of semen.
Just like incalculable quantities. It is unbelievable. But it's weird because there is a world in which this could make sense if they set it up like she was really kind of like codependently attached to him or super needy or so like a little immature or something. But that's not the vibe we get.
No.
The vibe that we get from her is very much like a caretaker. And
yeah,
so
she's the lady of the house.
For her to show up and be like, Daddy, I just want to be with you. It's like, it's such a weird character tone shift that just doesn't feel right. But also, it doesn't feel right because it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hospital. Nobody in their right mind would show up and be like, can't I just hang out?
Yeah. Yeah. Their dynamic, actually, now that I think about it, their entire dynamic reminds me of the father and daughter in the Peanut Butter Solution, which is also strangely husband and wife-like, except she's way younger than Jenny is in this movie. Canadians, what are you doing?
So was that also in Guelph? Is this a Guelph problem?
Could be.
I'm going to make a movie called The Guelph Problem. Actually, I'm not going to, given the implications of that.
So when they're done talking about sperm, he takes her to the lab and tells her that he doesn't like this Tim guy. He has all these crazy dreams and he doesn't tell you about it. What's up with that? What kind of guy?
He's got a dick for you?
What kind of?
That's not attached to me, your father?
What kind of guy keeps his disturbing nightmares to himself? So
this is before the internet.
So Sam looks at a sperm sample under the microscope. They're all red. These are like no sperm he's ever seen. And then he drives Jenny home and tells her that he loved her mom. And I guess then he started dating an 18-year-old and it was weird. And he's really sorry about that.
This conversation is insane and awkward.
The arc of this conversation is maddening.
It starts with, hey, I love you. You know I loved your mom, right? Well, once your mom died, remember how I started dating that 18-year-old girl? She never loved me. I had no business being with her. Oh, but boy, did I like being with her. You know what I mean, Jenny? Well, anyway, I think she killed herself or something. All right, well, I'll see you later. What?
But it doesn't end there. But he also starts to lament, like, just so you know, your mom was running around on me. I even caught her in bed with a guy once.
these are things you don't need to tell your daughter ever.
This is pure Cassavetes. Like, these are gaps in a character
so
that he was like,
meant.
this is gaps in a character that he was like, why is this guy, like, what is this guy's backstory? We need to have some backstory in here. And so he just fills in these insane blanks.
And he's going to some weird extreme where he's just like emotion dump, trauma dump. Like he's a troubled man. Maybe he has he's had a kind of a violent history with women. He's definitely a drinker. And it's like, I don't need, you're getting too much of your chocolate in my peanut butter, Cassavetes. This is too much. I don't need this.
Yeah. So,
he kisses her on the mouth and...
Whoa, yeah, he does. Jenny walks in on Dad sleeping in his clothes, and he leans up to give her a big, wet, romantic kiss right on the fucking lips. And I am just up to fucking here with this movie.
Now, look, I as everyone knows, don't have children, not a big fan, you know? And I understand that, like, so we did not grow up in a home that was affectionate. I understand that most people are with their children, and it is fine, but I still am uncomfortable when parents kiss their children on the lips.
It's weird, man.
I shouldn't be. I mean, when they're adults, it's a little odd. When they're children, it's probably fine. I guess the context matters, but he leans up and like gives her a romantic, lingering kiss on the mouth. Like, he's not kissing her on the lips; he's kissing her on the mouth.
Yeah, it's not a peck on the fucking lips.
That's a distinction without a difference, but
it's
a distinction with a big difference.
He is practically making out with his daughter. It's so fucking weird.
And given everything that's come before it. Pun intended. I don't know. I don't like it.
Where do we go from here? Because
we just keep spiraling.
It just keeps ratcheting up the fucking tension. Sam has fucked up dreams about his dead wife or something, but Jenny wakes him up and has him run over to the hospital because Mandy is finally awake. So he and Walden rush into the room and try to talk to her. She's awake.
And he says to her, I brought a friend. I brought your friend. And it was like, the sheriff is her friend?
Uh-huh. Oh, he keeps trying to encourage her and comfort her. And he keeps calling her tough guy.
I don't like this for a lot of reasons. This is, at a base level, this is a victim of sexual assault who has been physically and emotionally traumatized, like profoundly. And he just keeps getting up on her. And he's like, you gotta talk to me. Come on, Rock. You gotta do it for me.
So everybody is practically...
He's like shaking her and banging her on the bed.
Yeah, my next note says, everybody's practically grabbing her by the shoulders and shaking her, demanding to know how many guys there were, but she says nothing. Walden and Sam ride in the elevator, and he tells Walden about the sperm. There was so much of it, and it was red. That's weird, right?
It's unbelievable how much sperm there was.
Listen, Walden, I don't know if I can fucking face another day. I've never seen this much sperm.
At this point, I would have to turn to him and be like, I'm going to need you to stop saying that word. You can come up, you use euphemisms. You can be disgusting. I just need you to stop saying that one.
Now along comes Joe Prescott. I have no idea who this guy is, but he keeps showing up in the movie and he has a funny mustache. He hands Walden today's paper.
He does. You know who he looks like? He looks a little bit like Vince Giraldi.
Yeah, he does.
It's because of the mustache.
That is.
Is he the guy from... No, I'm thinking of the other one. The detective that they call in.
Oh, no, I didn't recognize that guy either. But
I thought he might be the phone guy from Black Christmas.
Oh no, the phone guy from Black Christmas is in a bunch of Bob Clark movies. He was also the Christmas tree guy in A Christmas Story. Yeah,
a Bob Clark movie.
What else? I feel like we saw something else recently.
We watched something recently that he was in. Also, this movie, DP on this movie, was the DP on Black Christmas.
Fucking A, all right. So he hands Walden today's paper. That Kincaid lady is publishing stories about the rapes, and it's freaking the town out.
You're going to have to go out there and beat her up, Sam.
So Sam takes it upon himself to run over to the news desk and talk to Laura. He wants to discuss the medical details of her story, so they go to a bar, where we learn that not only does she write for that paper, but she also owns it.
Oh, Sam's a real smooth operator. I need to talk to you about the details of this case. Let's get out of here, baby.
So they have an insane conversation, or rather, they talk at one another, and he tells her that he can't get her out of his head.
Oh, he hits her with so many cliches. He's like, you remind me of someone I used to know. And he's like, yeah, she's like,
but then he says,
like, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Like,
and I'm like, yeah, she knows. She knows what I'm talking about, man.
You don't remind me of her. You are her. And then they go to his place, and he shows her photos of his dead wife, and she looks exactly like Laura.
Now, is this going to mean anything?
No. Nope. No, it's not.
This is not coming back.
Nope. Will never amount to anything.
But while they're there in his apartment, Dracula flies across the room thanks to the magic of editing. He's on one end of the room, she's on the other. In the next scene, there's a hard cut. Next scene, he attacks her a little bit, and he's kissing her, and she's sort of like,
Yeah, I say they very awkwardly make out. Because Sam Cordell is a man of action. Nobody snuggles with Sam Cordell. You strap yourself in and feel the G's. Laura pulls away. This is all going too fast. She finds a picture of his daughter, but he calls her the woman he lives with.
You know what? What a strange way of referring to your daughter. He sounds like the kind of guy who refers to women as females.
As females. Femoids.
Oh.
You could just say, oh, that's my daughter, Jenny. Not.
No, he can't.
Oh, that's the woman I live with. The fuck are you talking about, man?
She's been to the hospital. She's seen all that semen.
She'll never be the same. I'll never be the same.
I'll never be the same.
And then looking at her like he's about to eat her, he tells her that he has to get back to the hospital and she's got to get back to work. There's a lot of sperm left to inspect.
Oh, so much. So much. There's rivers of it.
So at Tim's place, he tells his grandmother that the dreams are back. He's as sweaty as Steve Rails back in August. It's the same dream. Torture, screaming girls. He tells her that he thinks he's the one that's killing them. How? I don't know. This movie makes no sense. Something about knowing them in the past and then the past having something to do with their deaths now.
Listen,
I can't. I just fucking can't.
All of this is starting to sound a little Richard Chase to me.
Yeah. So she
stole my blood. She's a Nazi and she stole my blood.
Out at another house in the town that belongs to the man that I called Timu Dr. Oz earlier, we find a young lady getting naked and getting in the shower while Dr. Oz reads the paper downstairs.
And boy, does she love soaping herself.
She just, listen, that's some luxurious hair. It takes a lot of washing.
What I will tell you about this shower, though, fascinating thing about this shower, it has a carpeted step up into the shower.
Hey, that's got to be nice and moldy.
Why did people carpet their bathrooms?
You're asking for trouble. That's such a 70s thing.
And also the bathroom, super pink. It reminds me of the downstairs bathroom when we lived in Northampton, the first house. Was like Pepto-Bismol.
Oh,
pink.
Shit, yeah.
Pink bathrooms were really popular, I think, in the 80s.
Must have been. Makes me kind of sick to think about it.
It's a very bizarre choice.
It is.
Not classy at all. I think you can pull it off. And I live in an apartment with leopard print carpet on the stairs.
That shit rules, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So her sister also rolls around the house in a wheelchair. It's a real weird song playing on the radio, and I won't lie, I wish I knew what it was called because it's fucking cool and strange.
It is bizarre. Like it feels very precursor to New Age, not New Age, to New Wave.
It reminds me of the band Chrome. It's really druggy and weird.
Yeah, it's like it feels like something that is vaguely British, but not.
Yeah.
Probably Canadian. Like it's that like almost post rock,
kind of
in 1981.
So she wheels into the living room to tell her dad that the dog is acting weird out in the shed. And he grabs her. I know. I saw this happen and I was like, "Ooh, poor Dave."
I knew it.
Grabs a rifle.
Also, I always find it weird when someone is in a wheelchair for no reason.
What is this move? It doesn't.
It's a bizarre choice.
I mean, unless the actress is.
I don't think she is.
What a weird fucking choice.
I mean, it's fine. It's not. It doesn't feel gratuitous. It's not. It's
not exploitative. It feels like again. You know what this is? This is probably like a Cassavetes touch.
Yeah, I guess it's just odd because it's like, well, they live on a farm though.
But he's also yeah. I completely
live on a farm.
I completely forgot that this guy is the fucking doctor from the hospital that we saw earlier. I thought that he was just like some rando farmer with his two daughters.
Yeah,
because he does not read as
he reads
medical
like
professional. Yeah. So yeah, he grabs a rifle off the wall, goes out for a look. And at the shed, the dog makes a sudden sad dog sound.
Oh.
And when he enters, he finds it stabbed through with a pitchfork.
What kind of raccoon would do that?
Horrified, he backs up, but a shovel comes flying out of nowhere and buries itself in his neck. And then he fires his rifle and blasts off his own foot.
It's actually pretty awesome.
Pretty rad. This is a great set piece for sure. And then an unknown assailant then throws his body through the wall and enters the house. Now, there's all sorts of salacious shots of the girl in the shower as the assailant enters. It smashes through the glass of the shower partition, and shower girl screams, drawing her sister in the wheelchair, who arrives too late. And under the door, we see the girl's body and then a growing puddle of blood. The bathroom door is blasted off of its hinges.
That wolf was semen, no doubt.
The sheer force of ejaculation blasted the door off.
I do think this is where like the cinematographer was like, wait, I got an idea. Let me cook. Because this shot under the door is actually pretty cool.
It is.
Because you can see most of the bathroom and the girl from the shower on the floor just through the crack under the door.
Yeah.
Like it's a very cool perspective.
I will say this movie is fucking deranged and it's mostly just dialogue, but it's not a bad looking movie at all.
No, it is very clear that the people who made this movie know how to make movies. They're just not that invested in them.
Sure. So cut to the hospital where all three bodies are under sheets. Sam barges in and finds a dude from the DA's office there just pawing over them. He gives him the rundown. Incredible amounts of sperm. Just unbelievable.
That is the quote. An incredible amount. Just so much. Oceans of it. Just wave upon wave. Just crashing on the shores.
They keep saying sperm, and they won't stop. And worst of all, they have no leads except for this weird red sperm, and somehow one man is producing all of this sperm.
They won't stop saying it.
They just keep saying it. And I think after a while, I'm like, they're fucking with us. They gotta be fucking with us at this point.
Oh, John Cassavetes takes his sperm very seriously.
Out in town.
If I know anything about John Cassavetes, it is that he takes his sperm very seriously.
Listen, that sperm, it's got a backstory. And it's tragic.
There's tons of it.
So much of it.
Just copious.
Out in town, we find Tim running around all sweaty and frightened, through back alleys and rail yards, haunted by his vision, looking like the Baltimore foot stomper. Somehow, Laura is also there checking on him. And then he runs away in a panic and he hides in a movie theater that's showing.
All right, Tim, take yourself a Bruce Dickinson break.
The theater that's showing Rocky Horror. Alas, no one in this packed theater is watching Rocky Horror. They're watching, of all people, Iron Maiden's Bruce Dickinson and his band Saxon, the band he was in before Maiden.
Samson, not Saxon.
Saxon is another band. It's Samson.
Saxon is a good band. I mean, relatively
Samson was pretty good too. Saxon was a way better band. They perform the song Vice Versa before some weird stage performance of Samson and Delilah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so as is happening, all the audience shots were actually like filmed for the purpose of this movie, but the performance footage is from something called Biceps of Steel, which was
it's a music video essentially that they're watching.
It's a pair of music videos directed by Julian Temple.
But weird.
Yeah.
But they're all leaning in like they're watching like El Topo. Like they're just captivated by what they're seeing.
Yeah. I wonder, because out in the theater, like as we see Tim like disappear into it, there's a Rocky Horror poster, and then inside there's a Rocky Horror poster, and then all the people in the audience are fucking Rocky Horror style freaks. I wonder if that was the setup and they just couldn't get any way to sort of signal that. And so they're like, what do you got?
Like in, what is this, 82?
Yeah.
It would not have been hard to get the Rocky Horror footage. It wasn't anything by that point.
Right. Yeah. So one of the girls in the theater pops out to use the ladies' room.
Well, that's not quite what she does. Here's how you know it's a Canadian movie. She excuses herself to go to the washroom. Specifically,
gotta go to the loo.
Washroom. Listen, everybody, here's the thing about moving somewhere new. You gotta get used to regional dialects. And you're gonna out yourself so often. Why? Because I don't say Zed.
Do they do that up there?
Yep.
God damn.
It's a former Commonwealth. Of course they do. I call it a restroom.
They're fucking closer to us than there.
I call it a restroom. I call it a bathroom. They don't.
It's the wash.
Hey, don't ask for seltzer. They don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What is it there? Is it? Wait, hold up. Is it tonic?
No.
That's Massachusetts.
Also, tonic is a specific kind of.
Okay. What is it? Is it just sparkling water?
Sparkling water.
Okay.
So she goes to the washroom.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Seltzer comes from the seltzer region of France. Everywhere else, it's sparkling water.
It's just sparkling water. You cheap bitch.
So one of the girls in the theater pops out to use the washroom.
Thank you.
We get some POV as our unseen assailant climbs up on the toilet next to her and spies on her as she does her business.
And I thought, come on, she's not just at least wait till she's done peeing.
Let a girl pee. Listen, let her pee in private. And then they tear.
Women can't have a moment to themselves, not even in Guelph.
They then tear the stall door down and a pair of monstrous hands reach in and yank her off the toilet. There's screaming and struggling and Bruce Dickinson.
Mm-hmm.
And when the terror is done, Officer Walden enters to look over the crime scene. Not one.
I love it because he looks around the room and says to the other guy, "Yeah, get all this stuff out of here."
Well, no.
Get all this gross evidence out of here.
What the guy does is he goes, not one print. Just and the guy collecting evidence just lifts up her bloody underwear and he's like, "Get that out of here."
What? Like, get what? The body?
No, the fucking underpants. He doesn't want to look at her bloody, gory underwear.
Well, I don't either, but.
And then there's another chalk outline on the floor with a huge smear of blood dragged away from the crotch.
Then that is going to get way worse later.
So no man could have bent the door like it did. And then he's like, "Hey, crazy people have abnormal strength, right?" Sam?
And John Cassavetes goes, "Right." What?
Yeah, that crazy person strength. You go insane and you get the strength of 10 men.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of The Incredible Hulk when they're in the car accident and he just lifts the car off of her.
So Laura drops.
Also not a thing, everybody.
Laura drops by and apologizes to Walden about him almost losing his job in what I think is a scene that's missing from the movie. She tells.
I was like, I feel like this conversation, we're missing something. There had to be something in between that just got cut out.
Yeah. She tells Sam that Hank's out on the street looking for a gang of men, but she thinks, based on nothing but pure speculation, that one man did this.
They're also having this conversation at the crime scene, like in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere.
Literally. Just go back to the bar. She and Sam leave and she runs them down on some history about Guelph. 30 years ago, there was a bunch of murders just like these ones. That's weird, right?
I feel like 30 years is not long enough.
No. So Jenny, meanwhile, finds Tim creeping on her property and runs to him, finding him terrified and sweaty. Oh, his head hurts. This nightmare won't stop. And every time he has the dream, someone dies, and then he runs off telling Jenny that he killed all those people.
He's so congested. His head is so full of semen. But I do love that he gets so upset and then he just shouts, "I killed those people," and then he runs away.
Yeah. So Jenny calls her dad up and tells him what happened. He races home. She tries to fill him in on all the crazy bullshit Tim just told her. So
we also get some more insane editing here.
They throw her in the car and head off to the next crisis. Now, Grandma is searching through a dungeon or something, and she finds.
I would like to say this is the first point in the movie where I realize this is his grandmother and not his mother.
Yeah. I at a certain point, I start calling her grandmother, but there's like 5 pages of script where I call her mom.
Because I have a bunch of notes where I'm like, why is his mother 75 years old?
Nope, that's Grandma.
Well, she's down in the basement checking out her old weird spell book.
She's got a fucking magic dungeon. Finds a record of a man who founded the town of Galen. She traces the page and finds the word Incubus. They're going to explain what that is? Probably not. Don't worry about it.
Well, they are later, and they're going to get it wrong, so...
So she runs upstairs to find Tim in POV, stumbling into the house and up to his room where he intends to stay awake and never sleep again. Grandma tells him about the book. Or at least she starts to, but Sam pulls up in the car and she's interrupted. But there's nothing wrong with him. They're just nightmares.
Tim, there's something I have to tell you. You're possessed by a demon.
Now, Jenny, Sam, and Laura barge into the house. Sam races up to the room to find him. Finds him passed out on the bed, surrounded by Kiss posters.
Yep.
Sam, for some reason, proceeds to slap the shit out of him and then very roughly massages his face.
It's so weird. He's like rubbing his ears.
He has the most elastic face I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very Jim Carrey.
Tim spots Laura and tells her that she's the one from the dreams. And she's quickly to tell him no, but like, lady, how the hell do you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's no time to talk about that because Sam's like, Tim, I need a semen sample from you.
Listen, Tim, tell me about your dreams. You're in trouble, and I'm going to need you to come to the hospital so I can take a sample of your sperm and compare it to some other sperm. It's going to be weird, but just roll with it. It might be fun.
Also, we're all going to be in the room.
So they all go to the hospital and pile into a single room where I assume they will all watch Tim beat off.
I don't like it. Or I do. I'm not sure.
Because it's shot from outside of the room, and they all go in, and then we see him go around to the other side of a table and sit at a table with a little red cup in front of him, and everybody's around him, and then they close the door. What else am I supposed to think about this?
Look, I'm not going to kink shame. Whatever it takes to get that sample.
Do
what you gotta do.
Oh shit! But hey, good news. Tim's sperm isn't the evil red sperm we found. But Sam isn't convinced. Every time this kid dreams, someone dies.
No time. I have to go back and harass that poor rape victim some more.
The guy from the DA isn't buying this dream shit, though. He's got Mandy to talk, and she said there were a whole bunch of guys there. And when he leaves, Sam asks the nurse what Mandy told him, and she says that's nonsense. Mandy just kept nodding to everything the guy asked her.
And he was like, it can't be one person. This is an incalculable volume of semen.
So Sam goes back to talk to Tim, and being a man of science, asks Tim if he's certain that the dreams are causing the murders.
I literally have a note that says, the dreams are causing these murders, and they all just stand there like it's a totally normal thing to say.
Perfectly reasonable conclusion to come to. Many such cases. Tim agrees, but everybody is like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Sam?
Who knows? Everybody to the museum!
Then they go to talk to Mandy again, asking if this was one guy or a bunch, and she shouts, "Monster!"
Oh, God.
So Tim has some kind of freak out. Like he's gonna nut again. Walden starts slapping him while Mandy freaks out, falls out of bed. Walden insists that Tim is the killer, and the DA guy is like, what the fuck is wrong with you all? Are you drunk or something?
Maybe a little bit.
So Sam takes them all over to the museum where Grandma can't believe they're still going on with this shit. You saw it yourself. The sperm didn't match.
There was so much of it.
Did he produce even a sliver of the semen volume you collected?
I'm talking like pitchers full, like just beer pitchers.
5-gallon kegs of it, 5-gallon buckets.
Oh.
So Grandma takes them to an exhibit of occult objects, snatches up this knife from the case that also contains a voodoo doll.
She's very subtle.
She explains that she knows how to deal with what's happening. The Galens have always been witch hunters. The girl in Tim's dream is his own mother, and they dealt with her, but her baby survived the ordeal, and she adopted him. Tim is the baby.
Dealt with her like they dealt with Curly Jefferson. Now, does this town have an inordinate number of witches?
Especially, okay, so this movie takes place in 1981. That would mean that 30 years ago, the fucking Spanish Inquisition was torturing a lady in 1951.
Yeah. That's what that meant. That's why, I mean, like, it feels like it's not enough time.
No.
Because everybody, there's a sizable percentage of the town that would have remembered that.
Right.
And someone would have been like, hey, this is like that last time.
This is within recent memory. I can remember 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they all gather at the table.
I can too, regrettably.
They all gather at the table in the library, and Laura points out some kind of record of a monster that can shapeshift and materialize through dreams, an incubus. It's a demonic spirit that is driven to procreate. It fucks witches.
Mm-hmm. And there's just so much semen.
So much. Humongous hog.
Also, is there a cat in the museum? Because at one point you hear a cat meow really loudly.
Yeah. Walden says that he can believe in things like ESP and mind readers and the like, but
regular stuff.
But he draws the line at fuck monsters.
Thanks, Mulder. You draw the line somewhere, I guess.
What you're talking about, Sam, is crazy. It's bullshit. Grandma tries to explain Tim's condition as a trauma response to his friends being killed. Sam tells her to shut up because this is all so weird, and hey, what about that shit that happened 30 years ago? Walden is about to answer, but Grandma shuts him up. I put you in office and I can take you out. So
that's right. I brought you into this world, I'll take you out.
So Walden decides to bail because fuck all this shit. Mm-hmm. Now, Sam chases him out to his car, makes one more case for the supernatural shit happen. He says he's gonna induce Tim's dream. I swear to God, Walden, there's gonna be a rape tonight, even if I have to make it happen myself, he says.
Against my daughter.
So they all drive over to Sam's place and hunker down for the big finale. Grandma goes home and looks through a book called Artis Perdite, which means lost arts. It's full of gnarly woodcuts of witches and demons doing it.
It's also oddly written in modern English.
Yeah. Except the S's are F's.
Okay.
So Jenny sees...
Why did they do that?
Why they gotta be so confusing? Jenny sees herself off to bed while Sam keeps watch over Tim. His Laura go up and keep an eye on Jenny, so she goes up and brings her a nice cold can of Coca-Cola while Sam...
Yeah, she says, I'll take her up a drink. And I was like, but she's going to bed.
Yeah. Here's a can of Coca-Cola. Very specifically.
I swear I didn't do anything to it.
While Sam watches Tim like a weirdo. So he tells him that the Galens persecuted her for being a witch 30 years ago, making Tim 30 years old?
So, okay, here's the weird thing about the daughter and Tim. You know, I guess all the other ones too. It's like, we're sort of given to understand that they're like late teens.
She's specifically said to be 18 at one point.
And then we get to this part and I was like, wait, he's 30? Why does he live with his grandmother?
Right.
In a bedroom with like Kiss posters on the wall. You know what? I'm not going to judge anybody.
No, listen, hey, by 30, you got to be listening to Seals and Crofts.
Yeah, well.
He also floats the possibility that Tim has a brother. And Tim jumps up suddenly and the ritual dagger falls out of his coat. Grandma gave it to him just in case, I guess. Sam recovers the knife, demands to hear about the dreams. It's all the usual shit. The woman's his mother. She's being tortured, but he can't see who the torturers are. But now there's a new detail. There's a pounding at the door as they torture her. It shakes on his hinges, and his mother smiles. Whatever is at the door is evil. As Sam sort of hypnotizes Tim, I guess, and he has a vision. The door flies off the hinges, and a monster with green skin and pointy teeth storms in, killing the...
Oh boy, is he silly looking. Did you ever see the Gargoyles TV movie? He looks like that.
It climbs on the restrained lady, but it's Jenny in the vision. Tim cools off, and once again, Sam handles his head roughly. Tim,
just wrenching his ears around.
Tim grabs the knife.
It's like what you'd do if you had a basset hound, because they're really loose skin. I had a basset hound once. You just shake him around like that. He's doing that.
So Tim grabs the knife and runs upstairs. He barges in on Jenny's room, finding Laura there looking scared. He declares that she's his sister.
Yes.
And that he looks like he's going to attack her, but Sam leaps through the door and tackles him, and Tim is stabbed with the knife somehow. Laura, relieved that Sam rescued her, hugs him, but Sam looks over and finds Jenny dead, slumped off the bed, blood pouring out from between her legs.
Don't like it. Don't like it even a little bit.
Fade out on Sam's eyeball, and we roll credits on this fucking fiasco.
I love that they left us with a cliffhanger, though. I assume there's a sequel coming soon.
Listen, hey, why cut there? Does he fucking kill Laura? What happens next? He caught her in the act. She's the semen demon.
Incubus 2, the semen demon. This is the product of people, of non-horror people making a horror movie, because there is a potential. You know what? I don't know that I can say that.
Actually, no. The thing is this is, given what we've seen from John Hoff in the past, I think the movie he made before he made this was The Watcher in the Woods. So this guy is kind of batting zero now.
He's also he made Legend of Hell House, which is a very horror movie.
Yeah.
It should have been. The book itself is extremely graphic.
Yeah. And I mean, and while they're not horror movies, like he did make the Witch Mountain movies, which are two perfectly watchable family movies. So he's capable.
Those movies are really carried by Betty Davis and Christopher Lee.
Yeah. But he's certainly capable of making a movie, you know?
Yeah, this is a problem of writing. The movie looks fine. It's just that the story is a fucking train wreck.
Yeah. And they won't stop talking about sperm.
That's all it has going for it.
Literally, that's the reason we did the movie, is because it's fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Incubus, look. Can I recommend this movie? Listen, if you've never seen it, I can guarantee you've never seen a movie like this.
You're going to be confused.
You'll be very confused. You will eventually, very early on, I might add, want them to stop saying the word sperm.
Yeah, you will see Oscar winner John Cassavetes talk a lot about semen.
Oh, fuck. Well, with this one all buttoned up, what's next on our list?
Well, next week, 99-cent rental, we're going to watch New Barbarians. They don't talk about semen at all.
Not at all.
I do think Al Cliver is in it, though, and I do like Al Cliver.
I like Al Cliver. I met him once.
Really?
Yeah.
He seems all right.
He was a nice guy, but he couldn't speak, and I think it was because he was going through, he was like fighting like throat cancer or something like that at the time. So he wasn't doing a lot of talking.
Just a lot of hand gestures.
Yeah, a lot of jazz hands. He had a person there to sort of...
A lot of thumbs up.
Yeah. He had a person there to sort of help him communicate.
Okay. Well, we watched the other two. It is technically part of the Bronx.
Bears no formal connection. Except,
other than it was shot at the same time by the same people.
Yeah.
And ostensibly with the same sets. 2 weeks. Bring Me the Axe coming back with a seasonally appropriate classic, Piranha.
Oh, yeah.
I love Piranha.
It's a good one. It's
Joe Dante.
It is.
I don't think we've watched a Joe Dante movie yet.
The Howling. We've done The Howling.
Oh, we did Gremlins too.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Joe Dante coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah. So we'll see you next week with New Barbarians, and we'll be back in 2 with Piranha.
Piranha.